Good morning. In behalf of the Peruvian Consulate here in Seattle, we would like to express our gratitude to the Sheriff's Office, the Sheriff and his fine officer. There's definitely an example of the generosity and professionalism of the police enforcement here in the state of Washington. We appreciate your kindness, taking care of our nationals. That's our job, and you did it for us. We are helping this family now to go back to Peru. We have offered them tickets, air tickets from Seattle all the way to Lima, and they're recuperating now, getting strength and better. So hopefully soon they will be returning to their family in Lima and Peru. But as I said, once again, thank you so very much for your kindness, your generosity. We appreciate it. It has been used all over the world, even in Peru, who were calling me and asking me, and I only had to say, reiterate, the fantastic work that you do, especially in these times of so many sad and dark news. We find a bright light here in Everett with this news that give us all hope, and as again reiterates the fine work of the police officers here in Washington State. Peru has a lot of exchanges with police officers in Washington. The actual assistant, well, he's now the Seattle interim chief, Mr. Diaz, Adrian Diaz. He went to Peru in one of those exchanges. So hopefully, when things come back to some kind of normality, we can extend you an invitation to visit Peru and participate in these exchanges with the Peruvian police. We have so much to learn from each other, and these always are opportunities to enhance our knowledge and friendships. Yeah. In that sense, I have, if Fernando you can help me, please. We would like to present you with. We couldn't have a police officer from Peru. Well, we have a little police officer from Peru here. So, with this nice uniform and I hope this will also express always our gratitude to your office and a way of friendship between the people of Peru and this office. So thank you so much.
Oh,
Sheriff.
thank you so much. I'm absolutely honored to accept that. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I
sir.
really appreciate it. That is cool. Okay, if you guys, I have a couple things to hand out to the folks that were involved. A couple awards to give out, so if you could just bear with me a little bit here. Are we ready to roll? Okay. I'm going to read the award presentation first, so why don't you both come on up, Mr. Koons and Master Patrol Deputy Krajcar. So we're doing two awards today. We're doing a Certificate of Merit and we're doing a Meritorious Service Medal. So I'm going to read the citation first. On Friday, August 7th, a concerned resident, Mr. John Koons, called 911 to request a welfare check on an elderly couple seen hanging out at a local neighborhood park in unincorporated Bothell. Deputy Krajcar responded and located the couple. Upon arrival, Mr. John Koons and Deputy Krajcar discovered the couple didn't speak any English, and thankfully, Mrs. Koons was kind enough to assist with the translating. The couple, Lucy and Gregorio, both in their 70s, said they traveled here from Peru in January. They were supposed to fly back in March, however, due to COVID-19, their flights were canceled, and they were stuck in the U.S. until September. Lucy and Gregorio said they were staying with a friend, but did not feel comfortable staying with them any longer because they felt like they were intruding. So they packed their suitcases, left the home with nowhere to go. They spent the night walking and slept under a carport for shelter. When Deputy Krajcar and Mr. Koons contacted them at the park on Friday, they had no money with them, just their luggage, passports, and plane tickets, planning to just wait it out. Deputy Krajcar tried diligently to find them local resources that could provide them assistance, but given the time of night and the recent COVID-19 outbreak, most places were not taking people or were unable to assist. Unwilling to let them sleep another night outside, Deputy Krajcar drove them to a nearby hotel in Bothell and paid out of his own pocket for 3 nights in a hotel room so they had somewhere safe and warm to stay until additional resources would be available on Monday. After dropping them off at the hotel, Deputy Krajcar sent out an email asking other staff members for assistance. On Saturday, upon returning to work, Deputy Krajcar brought Lucy and Gregario bags of groceries and was able to raise some additional funds from 2 other Sheriff's Office employees to extend their hotel stay for a couple more nights. Deputy Krajcar also followed up with our Office of Neighborhoods team to request they work with the couple to find them temporary housing resources. At the same time, Mr. Koons, who was still concerned for the couple's safety, was working hard behind the scenes and notified our South County Patrol crew that he had created a GoFundMe for Lucy and Gregario. They began donating and sharing it with friends and family. In just a few days, Mr. and Mrs. Koons, with the help of the community, raised over $5,000 to support the couple and provide them a safe place to stay until they could return home to Peru at the end of September. As a result of Deputy Krajcar and Mr. Koons' kindness, care, compassion, and generosity to go above and beyond, this elderly couple was cared for and provided housing and food while being stranded in the U.S. during a global pandemic. For both of your actions to help keep our community members safe, this meritorious service medal is awarded to Master Patrol Deputy Jonathan Krajcar, and the Certificate of Merit is awarded to Mr. John Koons. Sir. Thank you. I'll have a couple more words. You guys can sit real quick if you want, and then we'll wrap this up. I just want to say a couple things. I read the citation, and that's really important because it kind of brings everything together. But the Consulate General referred to this as a bright spot or a bright light. That's the perfect words. In the times that we're in right now, that's all out of all of our control. But in law enforcement, it's been tough, and we've got some stuff to work on, and we'll continue to work on it with fantastic partnerships like this. But there is still good stuff going on, and people need to hear the good stuff that we're doing. And in my mind, this is the perfect example of what needs to be out there right now. And the reason it's the perfect example is because we had a couple who needed help in our community. Right? A citizen noticed it and called 911, which then got law enforcement involved. We responded. But what happened after that, it's just a great story for people to hear, because the deputy went, I mean, the citation says above and beyond, but it's so far beyond that. You cared, John, and that's what I appreciate. I mean, that's the compassion part of what we do. It's just, I appreciate so much that you took those extra steps. I mean, money out of your own pocket. I've been doing this job for a few decades, and we see that a lot, but it was really cool. And you didn't seek any of this out. As a matter of fact, because of that exact opposite with you. I don't think you like the limelight, but man, you deserve this, and that's really cool. And then when you met with the citizen, that created another partnership with the community, with Mr. John Koons. And you got together, and then you took another additional step by, this just wasn't good enough by putting them in a hotel and making sure they're safe. You said, no, we want to take care of them until we're able to get them home, and you started the GoFundMe. I just thank you, sir, for taking that. It's a well-deserved award, and I'm honored to give it to you. And I think this just highlights the work that when we get into law enforcement, it's often said we want to help people, and we want to, this is that. This is the perfect example of that. So I'm honored that we could all be here today. I'm honored to present these awards. And this is the thing that when I came in here in January, one of the things we changed is the award process. And from a leadership standpoint, we used to have to wait a year or more, and there's value in that because you get together for a formal ceremony, which is a good thing. But there's also value when you see behavior that you want rewarded and you want to be duplicated. I think it should be rewarded right then and there, which is why we're here today. So thank you, John. Thank you, John. I'm super excited to be here today. I'm super excited to talk about this, and the Consulate General had said this went worldwide. I wasn't aware of that. I knew it was a big story here, but I think that's really cool that it got known down in Peru as well. So thank you guys so much. Fantastic job. Keep it up. This is example of not only the Snohomish County Sheriff's Office, it's an example of our community, it's an example for law enforcement nationwide. So thank you, gentlemen, for being here so much, and congratulations to you two. Good job.